Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing well. We're at Leibs Island today at Buckeye Lake doing some fishing here. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for all the fishing action. And I'll bring you guys back when we get set up. Alright guys, here's the first setup. Just a float with a jig head and a minnow. The minnow's a little dirty. He dropped down in the dirt, so we'll throw this out and see if we can get us anything. I'm gonna go, I've got it down about 18 inches there. We'll throw it out and see how it goes. The next setup is just a jig head with a white Mr. Twister. We'll throw that around a little bit as well. All right, I had to put a bigger float on. Here's the jig. Just a small white jig with a twister tail. White. We'll throw this around a few times. I've not fished here before. I just wanted to give it a try. All right, guys, I'll bring you guys back if we get some action here. All right, guys, here's the other setup we're using. We're using a whole shad, a small one, and then we got a float on here that'll keep it up off the bottom, and then we got some weight. And we'll keep it up about 36 inches off the bottom there, maybe 2.5 feet, something like that, off the bottom with that float. Hopefully I've got enough weight on there to keep the float down. It's the first time me using these. All right, I already see a problem here that I gotta fix. I need my floats below the swivel here. Just had a split shot here to keep them from sliding up. It's a quick fix. All right, let's try this again. Yeah, the float was just still floating. The weight wasn't catching, so let's try it again here. Not sure how deep it is here. Seems to be fairly deep, but I'm not sure. What I'll do is we're going to run this back behind the picnic table here. Adjust you guys a little bit so you can maybe see that pole. There we go. Now you can see that white pole if it takes off. No luck on the mini so far. May throw a worm out here on the bottom and a few. Again, no luck with a mini and the bobber, so maybe we'll just throw a worm out on the bottom, switch it up a little bit. Don't have a mini, so that's a good sign. Maybe I was a little too deep, so we'll go ahead and try another mini since my mini is gone. One time I was using some minnows over at Sellers Point, which we'll probably go to later. Again, make sure you subscribe to the channel. That way you don't miss any of the fishing. But I've caught some channel cats with the jig head and the minnow. Gotta watch the buzzards. They will come down and take your, the vultures and the buzzards and stuff will come down and eat your bait if it's unattended or if they can grab it when you're not looking. Try to keep a better eye on that. Nothing right now on the casting out the jig. We're going to switch this over to just throw a worm out on the bottom. Try that. Give that a shot. I seem to do better jig fishing from the boat. So I'm going to flip this worm out with no weight. Yeah, the area was a mess when I got here. I got it all cleaned up. I picked up all the trash, the broken glass, beer bottles. I didn't get all the broken glass, but I got as much of it as I could. So what fishermen get a bad name. That's why people don't want you to fish their private land, because people come in and trash it up. Worms are about had it. They're not going to make it another trip. I did have them in the refrigerator between trips, but been in the refrigerator a couple weeks since the last fishing trip. So, and it was hot the last time I was out. So. I've just got a worm out there, no weight. I should have grabbed me a soda. Got some in the Jeep. Which is just across the road. We're here at Leibs Island, guys, at Buckeye Lake. We're fishing the canal. We're not fishing the lake. We're fishing the canal side. So let's throw our minnow back out here. Oh, we did get a tap on the minnow that time, it looked like. Maybe I'm a little too deep with the minnow. Bobber is standing up, but these minnows are kind of big as well. They're fine for catfish. Okay, so even walleye. guys, we are going to be making another trip down to the Ohio River soon. Again, make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss that. Hopefully we can turn today's trip into catching some fish here at some point. It would be nice. I'll go ahead and pause the video here and bring you guys back if we get some action. All right, everybody. Well, unfortunately, we haven't had any luck here. We're going to go ahead and go to the next spot. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you are subscribed. I do appreciate you. The struggle is real today, so hopefully I can get on some fish. We're going to go to another spot here and check it out. So hopefully we'll catch some fish. It's still a beautiful day. I'm happy to be out here. I'd be a little happy if I was catching fish, but the best day of fishing is still better than wait, I said I jacked that all up. The worst day of fishing is still better than the best day at work, in my opinion. So I appreciate you. Until next time, have fun fishing. I'm out of here.